Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas.
No.
Jeremiah, I'm recording. Hey guys, welcome to Vlogmas. Hope you guys are having a good day. Today,
This is not oil. This is my house.
Jeremiah, I'm making a video. Obviously, if you guys haven't already seen the video of me and my nephew, you should go check that out. Then you guys will know his lovely little funny self. But today, Jeremiah, can you please let me record? Thanks. So today we will be making some shea butter. I'm gonna show you guys a super easy holiday gift that you can do when you're on a budget that people will love. I've been doing this for years. I didn't do it last year because I was buying presents last year, but this year I'm back at it. I need to save some money and I can knock a bunch of people out for under $40. Like, I can give these gifts to friends if I feel like it, as well as my family. So yeah, stay tuned. We're gonna make some shea butter, and I'm gonna show you guys how I decorate the jars, make it super cute and fancy. So yeah, make sure you subscribe, make sure you've seen all the Vlogmas, and I'll check you guys in the next part. Bye. All right, so we're in the kitchen. What you're gonna need to make the shea butter, like the ingredients wise, is African shea butter, 100% natural. You can find it at the beauty supply, and depending on how much you want to make is how much you should buy. So I bought 20 ounces worth of shea, and then I have about 14 ounces of coconut oil. And for it to be nice and like whipped and nice creamy consistency, I like to use just the slightest bit more of coconut oil than the shea butter. So what you're gonna do to cook it down is we're gonna do a double boil. So we're gonna go ahead and start this pot of water. Oh my gosh, I hate gas sometimes. I feel like my gas stove is always betraying me. So I'm gonna let that start heating up. And I just have it on medium. Let that start heating up while I go ahead and get my ingredients into this metal bowl. And you want to use a metal bowl so that it doesn't melt or anything with the heat. So the shea butter is pretty easy. Just dump that on in. And surprisingly, well, not surprisingly, but the shea butter has the higher melting point. So the shea butter is going to take longer to cook. I might just delete all this and do voiceover too. We'll see. So we get the residue that's left in here because I don't waste money. Alright, now we're gonna put in the coconut oil. Make sure it's unrefined. That's the real stuff. Alright guys, so this is what it's going to look like before it melts down. And now the easy part, you just want to stay in the kitchen while you do this, obviously. But now you just put it on top of the pot. You want to make sure your pot fits your bowl. And now it's just going to do its thing and melt down so that it can become amazingness for your skin. Alright guys, so it's only been like less than 10 minutes. It's cooking down really quickly. This is like only my second time doing it at this house because when I make a lot so I don't have to do it all the time. But it cooked down super quick. Benefits of having a gas stove. But as you see, we're getting a little steamy. Give me a second. But we got some, as I told you guys, the shea butter takes the longest to melt. So there's just still some chunks of shea butter left. But it'll be done in about less than 10 minutes probably at this rate. So as you see, everything is melting down so that it can combine together and fuse it all together. Oh yes. All right, so everything is melted down. So I'm gonna go ahead, turn you off. And then what I'm going to do is I will take this off of the pot. And then I let it cool off out here. And then I put it in the fridge for the night so that it can start to harden and become solid again. Don't mind my dog in the background. He's a puppy. He's in his crate and he's perfectly fine, guys. Alright, so we will come back to this tomorrow. Hopefully I won't have a loud puppy. Yeah, let's see how dark it is. So there's a good amount of shea butter in there, which makes me really happy. But I know that there is the slightest bit more coconut oil, so it's good that. So yeah, I will see you guys tomorrow. Alright, so the rest is going to be voiceover. But now you're just going to see me whipping things up. As you see, everything has completely solidified. And now I'm whipping until I get you're going to see that it changes consistency or texture as you whip it. And you want that change to happen throughout the whole entire batch before you finish so that it's a nice, smooth, scoopy-like consistency, something that you can scoop up easily. So I let mine harden in the fridge for maybe 24 hours or less. Then after it sat in the fridge, I took it out and put it on the counter for a day or two so that it can soften, because you can't do it fresh out the fridge. You'll break your mixer, okay? You need to give it time for it to get back to room temperature. Sometimes I touch it just to see how soft the butter is before I start whipping. But basically, I'm just whipping and whipping until the whole bowl is mixed. You might need to clear off your mixers in between because it is very thick, so it might get built up on your beater. So you might see me kind of using a knife to scrape some of it off, but it's really easy once you get the processing of everything, and it doesn't take too long. It's just a multi-day process for sure because of the melting and the hardening and the mixing. So now that I have a good consistency, you're just going to see me getting all that excess shea butter off of the beaters, because if you didn't do that, you'd be wasting a lot of your product. But you see, it looks nice and whipped and creamy. And once we do that, then we're going to start filling the jars. So you're going to see as I start filling up my jars, I'm not going to fill them up all of the way at first. I'm going to just start filling them like maybe 3/4 of the way, because that's how I make sure that I don't run out. I've made so many batches of this and I've ran out in the middle of making the batch. So instead of topping everything off all at once, I like to fill everything up first, make sure everything has a good amount in it, especially if I'm just gifting. I used to sell these, but I don't anymore. But as you see, like, I almost filled it up completely, but I didn't smooth it out or seal it yet, because I want to make sure that I have some for everybody. I'm making 5 jars. If you're going to make more than 5 jars, obviously use more shea butter and coconut oil than I did. I probably should have used maybe 50 ounces total, but I wasn't thinking. I was thinking that I was going to have enough for my own personal use, and that was a lie. So I made about 34 ounces, so that filled up about 5 8-ounce jars. So as you see, like now I just topped things off. I'm smoothing it over before I seal it. Sorry that it's out of frame. And then once I seal it, I put the thing back on. It's super easy. I love these mason jars because they're great for scooping. I don't really suggest getting the smaller, taller jars. You want something that's going to be easy to scoop out because it's basically a body butter. So those are my jars. And now here's the fun part. We're gonna go decorate them. So I got some ribbon, I got some gift tags, I got some bows, and we're just gonna do this real simple. My mom used to always get on me when I would first start doing these presents saying, "You're not gonna decorate them," and I would never get it, but I now get it now that I'm older. It's just part of presentation, making things look nice. Because like, even though you know you put your heart and soul into it, you still want it to look nice and pretty and want people to be appealed to it on Christmas Day. So you guys are just going to see me taping on these tags after I write them all out. I taped them center, but I also wanted them to hang a little bit. So you'll see, like, I taped it just so that the tag is gently touching the bottom or onto the table. And once I have all of those taped, then I am going to go ahead and stick bows on top of where I taped the tags on so that you can't see where the tags start. So I decided to do red and silver bows. I had white ones too, but I wanted red and silver. No specific reason. I just didn't like the way the white was vibing. So you'll see that I switched that out for a red one. And then I grabbed another silver or red, whichever one. So after I pick out bows for each jar, I'm then just going to go ahead and stick on the bows. For the most part, all bows, at least the ones I buy, come with their own kind of sticky part. You just have to peel the paper off. So you'll see that I'm just peeling off that paper, and then I will go ahead and stick it on to the top of the jar. I'll hold it down for like 2 seconds, but it sticks very quickly. And the last part's going to be the ribbon. So my first idea to do the ribbon, I wanted to do like the curly ribbon where it's hanging and stuff, but I did not buy the right type of ribbon. This is more like a plasticky consistency type of ribbon than like the fabricy kind. So as you see, like at first I'm going to try to tie it, and you'll see that it's an epic fail. It just doesn't look cute, and I'm pretty sure it slid, and it just wasn't for me. So I brainstormed and brainstormed and brainstormed, and I just decided to wrap it around the top lid just to add a little more decoration to the lid and to just leave it at that. I wanted to keep it super easy, not too annoying, but still spruce it up. So since I have a red bow, I use silver ribbon, and you'll see for the silver bows I use red ribbon, and that's just to add some more color, make it pop, make it pretty, and to make them special when you hand them out for your family members or your friends. So I did this for all of my family members, and at least in my immediate household. I need to make another batch so that I can send my grandmother some, because my grandmother loves this stuff too. But now you'll just see me doing a red one so that you guys can see the finishing product. It came out so cute, guys, and it was super easy to do. I did all of the whipping and decorating the same morning within like an hour, and that is the final look. I hope you guys liked this. This was all under $40. It is a great crowd-pleasing gift. The recipe is super moisturizing, and I hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Merry Christmas, guys.